Hello guys and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. As you can see,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
we're back at the beginning
Stanley
again.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Where-
he had simply missed a memo.
This time we're going to the meeting room and we're going to do a... We've restarted again. Oh, this time. Oh, yes.
When
The
Stanley
doors are
came
back.
to a set of two
I go
open
through the left
doors,
door.
This was not the
Yes, I
correct
do.
way to the meeting
So,
room.
something
And
very
Stanley knew
strange
perfectly
happened
well.
yesterday. We,
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, something weird happened. It's a
Standing
nice
now
lounge,
in
isn't
this
it?
incredible room, Stanley for the first
We kind of...
eager to
We're
get back to
finding...
business,
I'm trying to go through
Stanley
the
took
left
first
door.
open door on his
Done.
left.
I'm trying to find a way around... You
And
need to
so
find...
he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Done. I listened to you that time. No one's in here. So yeah, something weird happened yesterday. There's restarts. There's game confusion. There's a
Yet
line.
There was not a single person here either.
No, there's not.
Feeling a wave of
Getting
disbelief,
fired.
Stanley decided to
Oh,
go
not
up
getting
to
fired.
his boss's office.
That
hoping
I will
he
do.
might find an answer there.
The broom closet hasn't changed. That's nice. Aha! The choice.
Coming to a staircase,
Downstairs this
Stanley
time.
walked upstairs to
Downstairs.
his boss's office.
Oh yes. This time we're going this way.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
No.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss.
Yes.
Admitting he had left his post during work hours.
Exactly.
He might be fired for that.
Oh, he might
and
be.
in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
Oh, I have no
All
idea.
because he believed everyone had vanished.
Oh, everyone
His
has. Look,
boss would
no
think
one's
he was
here.
Crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Maybe you are. You're walking
All
around
of
in
my
circles.
coworkers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
Yeah.
None of it made any logical sense.
Which makes no logical
And as
sense.
Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Ah!
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for
Interesting.
that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
I think
No,
so.
Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He
Yes! It's
This
all a
is all a
dream.
dream.
It's all a dream. There's no
What a
car anymore, though.
relief
That's
Stanley
interesting.
felt to have finally
spoke too
found
soon.
an answer, an explanation.
nice.
His co-workers weren't actually gone.
Nope.
He wasn't going to lose his job.
Uh-uh.
He wasn't crazy after all.
I'm not crazy. I mean, I'm a
He
little
thought
bit
to himself,
crazy.
I suppose I'll wake up soon.
Yeah, it's just a
I'll go
lucid
back to
dream.
my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Let's fly. You can fly in lucid
He
dream, can't
imagined
you?
himself flying.
No!
He began to gently float
Oh,
above the ground.
blimey, this is great. Oh,
Then
this
he
makes me so
imagined
happy.
himself soaring through space on a magical star field.
Oh, don't you
And
dare.
it too appeared. It was so much fun. And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
That's
And
incredible.
then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered
God.
Stanley's head.
What?
One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head
True.
dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Absolutely everything.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams,
No,
the
but-
truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
No, exactly,
How
that's
else
it.
would the voice explain all that?
Exactly,
this
voice.
was a part of himself too.
Yeah, voice.
Surely,
Yeah.
if he could just...
What?
He
Kill-
would prove it.
Wake up.
He would prove that he
That is all
was
a dream.
in control.
Yes.
That this was a dream.
Yep. We're going
So
to
he
jump.
closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin,
Great.
the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
It's always nice, isn't
Let
it?
me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job, All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Praise
My
it, sister.
life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Positive affirmations.
I am okay.
Okay, yes you are. And he opened his eyes. And he's still bloody here. What's going on? What is this mistake?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Ooh. I think he...
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Hello.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Well. There are a lot of corners to this game, aren't there? On to the next story, I suppose. See you tomorrow.